Welcome back, guys. Another suppressor based video. um, so if you can tell, this is actually the same day. I've been spending hours here making a lot of videos on the suppressor, so just want to release them by topics in case I do change clothes every day, so FYI. But anyway, let's talk about accessories and tools for suppressor. Just take a quick glance at the table. We got tools, various kind of accessories, end caps, pistons, piston housings, mount, barrel spacers, more tools, baffles, more tools, wrenches, covers, mount, fixed mount, pouches. I'm going a little bit more theatrical because once you get into suppressors like firearms or anything else, you're gonna need a lot of accessories potentially, especially if you want to try various brand, various model, various type. So this video is intended to kind of give you a quick test of the various things you need the more you have in terms of suppressor. So in no particular order, let's talk about the inside. So many suppressors, most of them comes, if they are modular, if they are serviceable, they'll come with a series of baffles. And the more you stack them, the more you suppress the sound and the through the gas mitigation and all that stuff. So you'll have baffles and cores and monotubes and any internal parts that will make up your suppressor. Various brand. This is from Griffin armament suppressors. To service your suppressor, you need some tools. Most suppressors come with their own set of tools. Many of them do, because most likely they'll be proprietary to that suppressor. However, if you lose them or you buy some suppressors that not all of them do come with tools, actually my Liberty Centurion did not come with tools. I had to buy separate tools. A company called suppressortools.com make a variety of tools from multiple brands and multiple models. So no plugs, right? None of these is we're not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by anyone. These were all bought either by my buddy Eric, who shows some of his stuff, or by me. So I don't have any sponsorship. I love some, but anyway, I do encourage and recommend you to check out suppressortools.com because they do have a variety of tools, and I actually enjoy the customer service. I sent an email one night, and they responded by that same morning, telling me what I needed to get. Anyway, so free plug for them. Most of the tools that I think you need for sure will be tools to remove the end cap of suppressors, because with my limited knowledge, most of all suppressors have flush end cap. You can't just grab them and twist them because you want to minimize the footprint and all that. So you need tools that have either teeth or blades that protrude and clicks and hooks and twists. So many times, each of them or all of them have a unique pattern. So if for nothing else, if you have a removable front cap, get a tool that can remove it. Another reason for a tool is serviceability. As I mentioned, you need to be able to change the mount, whether it's a tri-lug mount like this one from CGS, which is actually for this suppressor, which is the CGS Kraken. I love that name, Kraken. Release the Kraken. You need to have a tool to unscrew this, because sometimes they get tight, sometimes they get gunked up because when you shoot a lot and you don't clean. You need to have the right tools to release the mounts, the adapter, the body parts, the suppressor core, baffles, caps, and things like that. I mentioned this is one of my lesson learned videos, and I will have the link here. Do not over tight your suppressor. Usually there's not a lot of force required, because when you over tighten them, you'll definitely need a tool to remove it. And another good fact is some of the manufacturers are making the inner part of the mount, or the usually on the fixed adapter, they will make the inner part standard so you can use an open wrench to kind of release it when you're stuck, if the mount is stuck to the barrel, for example. Again, this was not, I have a few suppressors on the table, but the video was not about the suppressors themselves, but rather the accessories you need to enjoy them. Oh, my nice, this is a lovely machine. It fell on, but LWRC M6 SBR conversion with a Delta P design, short can 556, drum magazine, M.1 I believe, optics. This is really cool. Hopefully we'll have a video on this gun, but this SBR rifle. But it's a very cool gun. I just had it for eye candy. Since it keeps falling down, we're just gonna leave it down for now. And a super cool light, but we'll get to that some other day. Pistons. You need pistons to use your suppressor on a reciprocating barrel system. So anything that's not a fixed barrel like a rifle, or anything that's like a handgun, like a typical Glock pistol or Smith & Wesson shield, whatever, whenever your barrel reciprocates, the piston is acting as a shock absorber to make sure the suppressor stays in line with the action of the barrel, and it also improving your chances of cycling properly. So pistons are a must have, and again it's in the other video around accessory. You have pistons, you have different muzzle device. This is a flash hider from OSS that goes with the OSX HXQD, I believe it's Helix is the full name, but various, and we have another video on those suppressor for more details. So anyway, to mount the suppressor to your barrel, especially when there is a proprietary mounting system, you're gonna need to get either a muzzle brake or a flash hider for that company for your rifle. Of course, pay attention to, like for example, silencer code. These are flash hiders, muzzle device, muzzle brake and flash hiders. When you go to the store, pay attention to the size. Make sure it's a 1/2 by 28 or 5/8 by forgot the other main configuration for like a 300 blackout. I believe it's 5 1/4 or something like that. But make sure you get the right one for your barrel, because they may look identical on the shape and size. The thread pattern will be different for each. So that's a little tip. Easy to notice, but you have to read the box really. Don't just grab the right one. Tri-lug mount is another accessory. So why would you buy a tri-lug mount? Let's say you have a GHM 9 like this one. Beautiful submachine gun pistol. It comes with a tri-lug adapter. Another popular gun that has a tri-lug, which is one of my favorite, HKMP5 or SP5 for that matter. The tri-lug mount allows you to have a quick detachment. So instead of threading the suppressor, which you can do here for several seconds, you take a quick detach, slide it in, twist it, it's already installed. Better retention, doesn't spin out, doesn't run around. Better retention. That brings me to this one. What is this big thing right here in front of the suppressors? It's a suppressor cover. What does it do? If you were to have to grab the suppressor after you fire it, it keeps you from burning your hand, but also the primary reason, I believe, is to have a cover that will reduce or block the mirage effect that happens when you fire a suppressor. It gets hot. If you're outside in the daytime, especially outside, you get the heat from the suppressor will cause a mirage effect, and you start losing the visibility of your sight or not seeing them as well as you could. So that's the advantage for having a cover. Now, not all suppressors get hot the same way. You know, not everybody shoots full automatic rate. So you may not experience it, but if you do, a cover will help, but also protect the suppressor, protect yourself from the suppressor burning you. They're all built differently. I don't know, I don't have a lot of covers. Make sure you get a good quality one, because I have seen some of those catch on fire. and I've seen people losing them. But whether or not you use one it's up to you and preference. These are pretty sturdy, different fabrics, but they all do the same job. They wrap around the suppressor can. The wrap around the suppressor allows you to grab it, mitigate the heat. What else? Different end caps. Depending on the look and the size of the caliber you're going to shoot, you may want to change the end cap. So on modular suppressor like this one, which can do 9mm 300 blackout and 22 caliber, sorry, you could have a different size end cap, but this one I don't change it, I leave it stuck. But maybe on the big boy in the back, the Silent Circle Hybrid 46 or Omega 9 Hybrid 46, on one of those big ones that can do 30 caliber and above, there are different end caps for the caliber size. However, the good advice would be to just leave the largest end cap on the suppressor, because the gain on sound reduction may be minimal, and you don't want to forget the wrong end cap and have a baffle strike or a bullet go through it and destroy it. Or you will end up with, we have a suppressor somewhere with a baffle strike and the bullet actually went through the cap, but that was not for the same reason. However, you destroy the front cap and start having to deal with that issue. So although you can find different size end cap, if you're not going to mess around and change calibers all the time, do so, but otherwise just leave the largest one there and relax. But if you do, they have different patterns, different design. You will also need a tool to easily remove them or install them. So quick detach adapter from Gym Tech for a 22 caliber suppressor. More tools. Really, the video was one more thing, a barrel spacer, right? Depending on your suppressor, when you install it, or depending on the baffle, you may need a spacer to compensate the space between the beginning of the baffle and the mount. So you put one of these inside. So maybe we'll have a video on a specific example one of these days. The point of the video was, as you are considering purchasing a suppressor, or maybe you already have purchased one, one of the things I did was, while I was waiting for the NFA stamp to be approved and released and my suppressor to be released to me, I started buying accessories that I thought I could use or I wanted to have. I started definitely by having the right muzzle device attachment to put on my rifle, so that the day I come from the store with my suppressor, I could go and shoot it right away. Get yourself some kind of bag or pouch to keep all these accessories together. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on accessories or other suppressor related questions, post on the comment. If you wanted to if you want us to review and talk about a specific type of device or accessory or tool, please do so. If you work for one of those great companies and you love this video and you think this is just the best video on YouTube so far, hey, I don't mind reviewing some of those tools, and I don't mind telling you my honest opinion though, and see that. But that's all I had. Hopefully you enjoyed. Do let me know if there's anything specific you want to see. We'll definitely try to have or get together and have a video on this LWRC super cool rifle. SBR, piston driven, adjustable piston. I don't want to reveal too much, but anyway, this is badass, I think. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe, sign up for notification. Think about supporting me to Patreon so that we can continue to get some of this stuff. And oh yeah, the first person to post a comment regarding their suppressor and what they've done to improve it will get a free pouch, suppressor pouch, as long as while supplies last. Take care and thanks for watching.